Welcome to part 23 of the book of Jeremiah, and I'm just going to cover a quick little section of this chapter. I'm not going to cover the whole chapter. You can go back later as the Spirit leads and get into it, but I'm only going to cover that which the Lord is dealing with me for right now, for the saving of time, and to get on into the others. Because of the time, this is part 23 of the book of Jeremiah, November the 11th, 2023. To timestamp that, this is chapter 10 of the book of Jeremiah. And because of the time of year we are in, the Lord wants me to cover this little section here. So I'm going to. But before I start reading this, I'm going to ask you a question. Maybe a couple. But I'll start with this one. Do you consider yourself a wise person in the Lord? I'm talking to everybody. I don't care if you're Jew, Gentile, Greek. I don't care what you are. I'm talking to everybody. Do you consider yourself a wise person in the Lord? We shall see shortly, shan't we? Yes, right here with the word of the Lord. Hear you the word which the Lord spake, or which the Lord speaks to you, O house of Israel. Now, he's not talking to just the nation of Israel here, is he? No, he's talking to the house of Israel. Even if you're his by adoption, he's talking to you here. Thus saith the Lord. And you see the red writing, that's God speaking. That's Jesus. Learn not the way of the heathen. Just kind of want to zoom a little bit there. Help you to see. Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Now listen here what else heathens do. For the customs of people are vain. That means delusion. You see that? They're delusion. Just trying to make sure you see that. That's what that vain means there. For one cuts a tree out of the forest, the works of the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. Yeah, I'm talking about your Christmas trees. That's an idol. That's an idol of wood. These days, plastic, aluminum, whatever they're made of. Because it's easier, right, and cleaner. You don't have to tend to them, don't have to water them, nothing like that. Still an idol. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born because they cannot go. That born means they need carried because they cannot go. And that means go by their own power. They can't just walk off. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good. What is the purpose of a Christmas tree then? You learn the ways of the heathen. That's why you're doing that. You have learned the ways of the heathen. Congratulations. And you're worshiping all kinds of pagan holidays. And to what avail do you serve these pagans and these idols? Oh, that's right. For self-gain. Because this little fat man brings you goodies and puts under your little idol tree, doesn't he? Little fat man in a red suit. Made up fictional character brings you goodies. Treasures to lay up here on earth. More idols for you to worship. Puts them under your little idol tree. Tell me something. Will those idols carry you into heaven? If you were wounded, would they nurse you back to health? Any of them. The things under the tree or the tree itself I'm speaking of. Any of the idols that you serve, that you spend so much time with, that you spend so much time decorating and trying to outdo someone else with. Or trying to outdo your last year's thing. Spending thousands of dollars on this or that. Thingy-mabobs, it's just going to burn up. Thousands of dollars you could have spent. But you say, oh, I can't help this person or that one. I can't go help the homeless. I can't go help the needy because I don't have any money to spend. But yet, you spend thousands of dollars a year on a thing called Christmas. Thank God does not see that. Do you think the Lord doesn't notice how you pamper yourselves, how vain you are? How you put yourselves before God, and how you put yourselves before the needs of others, your wants, your desires. And for what? Every year, You go through a lot of trouble and you go trying to get everything perfect, trying to make everything perfect for everybody else. But then, by the end of the day on the 25th, when everything's said and done, the dinner's been had, the gifts been opened, and everybody's off doing their own thing, and you're there alone with the mess. There you are. You pleased everybody, but who turned back to thank you? Really? Who remembers it on the 26th? Who is grateful on the 27th? And by the new year, according to man's clock and calendar, by the new year, December the 31st, going into the new year of January the 1st, by man's calendar, not God's. The only thing on people's minds then is another celebration. Yay! Gotta celebrate the old year out, the new year in, and that's not even when it is. Y'all miss it every year. It's at Rosh Hashanah. I actually celebrate it. I mean, I may not know perfectly how, but I do my best. At least I'm trying to learn. And, because we're supposed to keep the feast days. You better be able to keep the Feast Day of Tabernacles, because if you can't, you're going to be in a lot of trouble in the millennial reign. When everybody comes up. And see, I already read that to you. But if you're his and you're already there, what is the Feast of Tabernacles? Do you even know? Let's see. If you know, please drop it in the comment section. It's just a question. I want to see. It's a trivia. To see if anybody knows what the Feast of Tabernacles is. Please do play along. If you know, drop it in the comment sections. Please be respectful with your answers. Let's not be rude. Let's just play this little game right quick. Little trivia. What is the Feast of Tabernacles? How much time did it take you to learn what the Feast of Tabernacles is? Or have you learned? If you want a relationship with the Lord, why haven't you learned anything about any of the feast days? But yet you learn of the heathens all kinds of stuff. You spend all kinds of time trying to come up with new ways to outdo your previous Christmas and your previous Thanksgiving. And all these pagan holidays, but you can't take time to celebrate Hanukkah and light the menorah. You don't have to do everything else if you don't want to. Get you a menorah, though. Sing some songs of praise, say a prayer, and light the menorah. It's not that difficult. Just all you got to do is thank the Lord as you light the menorah. Take the time to learn how to do it. There's videos on YouTube. I don't know how to say those prayers or anything. I go over and let the little Jewish rabbi fella, he does the praying for me. And I just light the candles and I pray. And I sing songs of praise to the Lord. You don't have to be. That menorah is about, lighting the menorah is about honoring God. for His miracles that He performs. When I light it, I do it for not only the miracle of the oil that He did then, but for all the miracles He's done for me, because He's an amazing God. I'll see you in the next part. We'll get on into the book of Jeremiah.